Yeah, so an update on our family. Crystal and I are coming up on our 20-year anniversary in May, and so it's hard to believe.
We say we want to take a trip and just rest.
Yes. Um, uh, it is amazing how tired we feel on a regular basis, and so it's yeah, the highlight of any of our time now is a nap or getting to rest. So yeah, hopefully in May we'll take some kind of trip. It is a little easier to leave now that Anna is 16 and has her driver's license and can take the kids back to school. That's been a huge help for us. We were having to take turns driving them back and forth. They go to a great school, but we live in the middle of nowhere, 45 minutes away from everything. And so their school is in Cashers, North Carolina, and it's 45 minutes away. And Chris and I would just have to take
Crazy.
turns driving and staying there because it was just too much to drive back and forth for drop off and pick up and too expensive with gas. And
We do
so,
it sometimes, but not all the time.
yeah, so now we pretty much, Anna takes them pretty much every day, and that's freed us up a lot to get to work on some things here and be flexible to do a little more ministry outside of the house. And so that's been awesome. Adeline is 14. Cole is 12, about to be 13. Lucy, she has a birthday next week. She'll be 11.
To think about it.
Yes. Libby is 9.
Yes,
And
she'll be 10 in February, and
Caitlin,
Caitlin.
7.
she, she was
Yeah.
8. I started to say she was 8. She'll be 9. She'll be 8 in January.
Yeah. So they are, above all, they're healthy. Thank the Lord, other than some little sicknesses here and there. He's truly had a hand of protection over us and our kids. And it's something I pray for often and thank the Lord for. And, we're not promised anything. And, I have friends and people that I know who have gone through, serious things with their kids, even some of them losing their lives. And so, above all, they're healthy. We're learning how to navigate life with 2 teenage girls and hormones and school drama and boyfriends and Taylor Swift and everything else that goes along with teenage girls. And this year, we just some of our kids have expressed, especially when we had our residents or we have people living here full time. I mean, there's something going on constantly,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems that our focus gets taken off of our kids and put on the other people that are here. And that's really one reason we're not going to do the 7-month residency. If our kids were 100% for it, especially the older kids, I think that, when they're younger, we kind of just,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
loved it, and it's.
they loved it. And
Mm.
we, I guess we don't value their opinion as much when they're younger because they don't really understand everything. But now that our kids,
Well, we value their opinion, but they didn't really have much opinion
yeah,
when they were younger, except that they loved having people, and they had these older friends who seemed like big brothers and sisters, and so we've just seen a transition as our kids have gotten older, and it's just affected them differently. And there's so many needs within our own children that just it's there's just so many factors at play, and our attention is so divided in so many ways. And um, this year has just given us time to see that more
yeah,
clearly and need to reflect on where our focus has been and where it needs to be. And so we've just had to reevaluate some things, and see that God's timing in the whole vision of the discipleship program might be different than what we originally thought. And we know that family and discipling family needs to be our priority and is our heart's priority, but are our actions following that? And so
yeah.
it's just been a lot of discerning through that.
Yep, and it's it's just been something we've had to question ourselves and just truly make sure that what we think God is calling us to is the best fit in this season of life. And like I said, our heart is discipleship, but when you have students, college age students living on your property for 7 months at a time, and just everything that goes along with that, it can be very demanding, very distracting. And so we see that isn't the season right now for that. At least when we have these discipleship intensives, they'll be for a week long. They'll only be for a month or 2 months. And our kids feel good about that, and we'll try it. We'll see how it goes. And that's another reason I think that we just kind of see more hosting people in ministry that are just coming here for retreats or getaways, is that we're not really as hands-on with that. We kind of, just open up the place, and we may have them over for dinner one night or go out with them one afternoon, but we really just kind of give them the space to do whatever they want to do. And so that really helps too, that we don't have to be completely focused on that, and can continue to just focus on just family and other things that need our time and attention.
Yeah. And something about the residency, I guess it's really only been 2 different years that we've had students living here, and each, one being COVID year, each time there's been major hindrances that have kept us from really being able to do the residency the way it's intended to do. And there's been downsides of that, but I'm still, amazed at the relationships that have come out of that. That's been sweet, but we really want to be able to do the residency the way that it's meant to be done. And until we get to that point to be able to do that, we want to just see where else the Lord, or how else He wants to use our place and us. And so just kind of seeing that this is a transitional, growing, preparing time for whatever He has for a type of residency. So
yeah.